Hi, today we're going to understand how we can create PDF files from a Notion form. So as you can see in the background, I have got a camp gear order form. So user would fill in the details in this particular form, and once they click on submit, the responses go to the responses side in this particular form. As you can see, I have already created two submissions out of the particular form, and I'm looking for an automation setup where I'm able to create the PDF files completely in automation the moment I receive a new submission. For this, we'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. PDF Output will help you create PDF files completely in automation with the help of a Google document and a Notion database. So let us understand how this will work. Click on Create PDF and quickly sign in with one of your accounts from the list. So I'm going to quickly sign in over here, and then we will understand the entire process of automation. So as you can see, I'm signed in inside this dashboard, and here you will be able to see two things, that is the Notion database, the Google document, and then the mapping section. So first is addition of the Notion database. So let's click on the drop down and let's click on add Notion database. This will allow us to add the database which we are using over here. So let me copy the entire database title which we have on our Notion account. So I'm going to copy this title from here, and then we are going to simply add that into the database over here. So click on next, and now it will give you two options. Either you can go with a template that I have already provided beforehand, which will help you create a PDF file out of the demo database that will be provided to you, or you can select a new page that is already existing on your account which you can use for the automation process. So click on this option and then click on select pages, and now just copy the entire database title and put it inside the search pages over here. As you put it inside the search pages, you will be able to see the particular form appear over here. Click on this and it will automatically add the same. The key thing to understand here is that you can see the particular form appear over here. Now one more thing to highlight over here is that do not add the database by clicking on this top level pages that you see in the list. If a database is contained inside a page, do not add it from here, because if you do that, your experience may not be smooth and you may not be able to see all the databases correctly. Always and always add the database, copying the database title from the main workspace and entering it inside the search pages field. Okay. And besides this, I also want to address one more thing. If your database is having relation and roller properties which you want to use in the PDF file generated, also add all the relational databases inside this. As an example, if we have camp gear order form and this is connected to two other databases, let's say database A and database B, we need to add all the three databases together. So we will be adding camp gear order form. We'll also be adding database A and database B inside the search pages. Okay. So make sure you're adding all the databases connected to each other to be able to get all the files correctly generated with the relational roller values. Okay. Now let's scroll down and let's click on allow access, and this will give access to the particular camp gear order form. Sometimes your database may not load up correctly, so simply refresh it once or twice and then your database will be able to populate over here correctly. So I'm going to refresh once again, and then we will be able to see the database populate over here, which we can use later on for our process. So you can see the camp gear order form is now available over here. If you scroll down, you will be able to see all the properties of camp gear order form visible over here, one below the other. These are the properties which we'll be using in the document which we'll be creating in a while, and we'll be mapping all the fields onto the document to create the entire automation process. So the next step is adding the document from this drop down. So click on add Google document, and you have two different options. If you want to use an existing document from your drive, click on select existing document, and this will allow you to choose an existing document that is already there on your drive. But we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to add a demo document which we can use for the automation setup. So click on add demo document, and this will create a new demo document entirely from scratch, which will be useful for the entire automation setup. Okay. So let me remove the part which I do not need over here. So let me remove this part, and let me also remove the placeholders that is visible over here. Now you can see it has automatically mapped these fields from fetching from the database that we see over here onto the document. So we have the item, address, question, email, all the fields that you see in the database are automatically mapped over here. If you want to create a fresh mapping, simply copy the thing which you want to create as a mapping. So let's say I copied the respondent. Go to the document where you want to place it and simply use Control V or Command V on a keyboard to paste it. That instantly creates the mapping onto the document over here. Similarly, if I want to have the question item to be copied, so I'll just click on copy over here and I'll put it on the document right over here. Okay. So you can use keyboard shortcut Control V or Command V to copy and paste all the values. Now let me remove this part as everything is already mapped. Now before generating the files, we need to ensure two things. First is PDF file name. So I want to generate a PDF file by the name of the particular respondent who is filling out this particular form. Okay. Or maybe, yeah, we can go with the respondent over here. So let's select the respondent value in this drop down. So all the files will be named as per the respondent who is going to fill out this form. After this, what I can see in the database is that if you scroll to the right side, you will be able to see two additional columns. One is generate PDF and one is PDF files. So if any record is marked as ready to generate, the PDF files will be created for those specific records. So make sure when you're setting up the automation, mark the records as ready to generate whichever you want to create as PDF, and the PDF file will be created right over here for your use case. So having considered all of these factors, let's click on download PDF right now, and it will automatically start downloading the files for these two records which we have marked as ready to generate. So let's wait for a few seconds. So the first file is already out and you can see it has been created. And let me click open this file and you will be able to see all the mappings properly intact. So you can see all the mappings have been done for you. And let's open up the second file. And here also you will be able to see all the mappings correctly placed. So we have two documents which have been created as PDFs and all the mappings are correctly intact in these documents. So this is how you can take advantage of PDF output to set up the automation to generate PDF. But a beautiful thing over here is that if you click on setup Notion automation, now the automation will be set up to run forever. Okay, so you do not need to come back to PDF output ever again to generate a PDF file. All you need to do is once the user submits a response from this particular form, you will have a new response come up over here. All you need to do is mark the records as ready to generate over here. As soon as you do that, the PDF file will automatically be created over here and it will automatically be stored. So you do not need to go back to PDF output interface to generate a PDF file. Everything happens real time. And as you keep on adding more and more records, all you need to do is set as ready to generate and the PDF files will be stored over here for your use case. So this is the beauty of using the tool, as you do not need to juggle between PDF output and this particular database to generate a PDF file. Everything happens real time and it is completely hands free to use, so that it helps you avoid the interface completely and you can directly generate the files. So I hope this entire explanation was helpful to you. If you still have questions, use this chat bubble at the bottom and send me any message with your queries on this, or else you can use the contact section which I have at the bottom of the page, and you can send me a message with whatever issues you are facing. I'll be able to assist you on this. You even have a free demo session